Here's our view from the Mountain View. Spring break is just a week away. Today we're covering what students are up to over their vacation.
And we have Natasha Greendyk with the Appalachian and the Community Together here for our guest spotlight. We have a great show for you today, so stick around.
Welcome to the Mountain View. I'm Patrick Sidlovsky.
And I'm Shannon Carr. Thank you for joining us today for your weekly update on all AppState and Boone news, events, and sports.
Our first story today is on the return of the Belk Library 24-hour schedule, Sunday through Thursdays, starting March 16th. After considering the referendum vote casted by the SGA earlier this year, Belk Library is opening their doors to students all day, every weekday. There will be no additional fees charged to students for the extended hours, but the extra time will prove to be invaluable to students.
This Tuesday, Boone Police Department, assisted by the Burke County Sheriff's Office, arrested Keith Brandon Cunningham for armed robbery of Walgreens of Boone. Cunningham is charged with entering Walgreens and demanding pharmaceuticals and threatening the use of a gun if refused. Cunningham is currently placed under a $150,000 bond.
Spring break is only 7 days away. Our own Hannah Peterson asked students on campus what they're up to this break.
Here in the Student Union, students are racing around to prepare for midterms, when really there's only one thing on their minds: spring break.
With exams approaching, students have been nonstop studying and finalizing any work before spring break. Some students can be seen hitting the books in Belk Library, while many others are busy doing online research. It seems as if professors are doing the best they can to keep us busy as we count down the days until break. Nevertheless, the majority of students still have one thing on their minds.
Relaxing, hang out with friends, not having to deal with the snow. I'm ready for the warm weather.
Either go to London, England or Miami, Florida, and just party on the beach.
I'm really excited to go to the beach and maybe go shopping, I guess. I didn't really shop much here in Boone, so.
Like a couples retreat, Barbados, massages, tiki bar here and there. Do one of those cabanas, you know, just get a cabana and just live in it, you know.
Get one of those really cool bars with the pool that you swim up to.
The swim up bar has got it, and
awesome, yeah.
We'd have to go on a sailing excursion on a catamaran.
At least a couple.
Drink some Mai Tais.
Yeah. Probably just spending time with my mom, because I haven't seen her in a long time, and that'll be fun.
At this point, I'm probably going to end up going home for spring break and just hanging out with my friends that I haven't seen for a while, because I don't go home hardly ever.
Well, for spring break, I'm planning to go to Snowshoe, which is in West Virginia, which is a ski resort.
We're going to try to avoid acting like tourists, if that's at all possible.
As you can see, everyone's spring break plans varies. Whether or not people are leaving Boone, I think everyone's ready for their week off from their studies. Let the countdown begin. For the Mountain View, I'm Hannah Peterson.
Charter Cable Services is going dark March 11th if customers do not convert to physical cable boxes in their homes. The boxes permit on-demand and HD options. However, there are a few limits on connectivity. The switch limits cable connection to only one room and adds an extra $6.99 charge per extra box in customers' homes. If you are a Charter cable customer, please visit www.charter.com/digital now to find out the steps you need to keep your cable connection.
Ever been interested in having a career in broadcasting? The Kellar Radio Institute prepares students to excel in the industry after graduation. This 10-day summer program provides students the opportunity to grasp a better understanding of radio broadcast from radio professionals. The deadline for applications is March 11th. Check out our Facebook page or kellarradioinstitute.appstate.edu. Our first Peak Interest event this week begins with the Bone Marrow Registry Drive, hosted by Alpha Delta Pi and Phi Beta Sigma Greek organizations. The drive, operated by the National Marrow Donor Program, will be next Wednesday, March 5th, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. in the Blue Ridge Ballroom in the Student Union. The drive includes simply signing up for the Bone Marrow Registry.
The first ever Appalachian State Free Speech Week will launch next Monday with a slew of events lasting through Friday. Organized by the Young Americans for Liberty, Free Speech Week features multiple speakers, panels, and events on campus that promotes our campus rights. These events embrace and educate students on just how much freedom we have here on campus. Appalachian State was recently listed in the top 10 worst colleges for free speech by the Foundation of Individual Rights and Education organization. A representative from FIRE, Robert Shibley, will launch off the week with his speech in Beacon Heights Monday at 7 p.m. Visit our Facebook page for more information on events and panels.
After the break, Garrett Mansfeld and Kevin Pinto Rivera will bring us our weekly sports wrap-up in the Rock Talk.
Read to a child today and spark a lifetime of ambition.
You're on your way to meet up with friends, but you can't seem to get anywhere quickly. You don't want your friends to be annoyed, so you text. You're on your way. "5 seconds is the average time your eyes are off the road while texting while driving. Make sure you get where you're going."
Mom, can we get some ice cream? Please, Mom, please.
No, we're having dinner soon.
Please.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
Hi, I'm Garrett Mansfield, and I'm alongside...
And I'm Kevin Pinto.
And we're here to talk to you about some sports today. Kevin, why don't you start us off?
All right. Well, first start off with some women's basketball. We had Mariah Sidner win the North Carolina Education Lottery Student Athlete of the Week. She averaged 16 points and 10.5 rebounds. She also had a 3.43 GPA. So that's how you win it both. You need to have above a 3.0, and you need to have like a fantastic week of basketball.
We see not only is she impressive on the court, but she's impressive off the court. Definitely not an easy major there with exercise science. Definitely she's been a bright spot for the women's team this year, so that's very impressive. Moving on to the men. The men's team defeated Samford last night. It was 63 to 57. Tommy Spagnola had another big game, 21 points. How many rebounds did he have? 10 rebounds in that game. Definitely been a big help for the Mountaineers this year.
This is that's the 8th double-double in the last like 11 games. He's been on fire. He's the only one really carrying this team right now.
They're
I feel like our team is struggling.
They're definitely going to miss him next year for sure.
Yeah. And so we just ended the Olympics. So I know a lot of people are upset about that. But Russia had 33 medals. The United States had 28 medals. So March 7th is when the Paralympics come by. The Paralympics will be on. That's for people with disabilities and stuff. And they have stuff for like the visually impaired. They have alpine, cross-country skiing, ice sledge hockey, which is I love hockey. So ice sledge hockey, I don't even know how that works. And wheelchair curling as well.
Yeah, I actually saw a video about the alpine skiing that they do for the visually impaired, and they have a guide that goes down in front of them, and they have a wireless headset, and the guide tells the Olympic athlete, turn this way, turn that way. So it's actually really cool. They're working together as a team, and I mean, skiing's hard enough when you can see, that's crazy. They can do it, when they're blind.
And then they have the biathlon too. And how that works is like they do the alpine skiing, like you said, the cross-country skiing.
Yeah.
And then when they go to shoot the guns, because that's what biathlon is, they also have to shoot. So they put these headphones on their heads, right? So the guns are already set. They're visually impaired, so they don't know where they're shooting. I was like, how are they going to do that? And the sound gets really loud when you get closer, when you start aiming. And it's pretty cool. And so the louder the sound, that's when you shoot. And you have to shoot 5 targets, and then you go back onto skiing. So it's pretty amazing.
Even if I could see, I had the sound, I still wouldn't be able to do that. That's very impressive. So, but I don't know if you saw at the New Mexico State into the Utah Valley game, there was a brawl.
Yeah, I heard about that brawl. With fans were involved too.
So never good. But all right, well that's it for this week's Sports Talk. I'm Garrett Mansfield for Kevin Pinto. Look forward to seeing you guys next week.
Yes, ready.
Oh, come on, Randy. Animal shelter, here I come. And no, I'm not crazy or emotionally damaged. That's a stereotype. I just belong to a total loser. I'm a good dog. So if you want a pet, adopt. And if you see Randy, tell him he dropped his wallet.
At what age is the color that your skin was meant to be no longer beautiful? Every year, millions of young women try to change the skin they were born with and say they'd die for darker skin. Sadly, some actually do. Melanoma is the second most common cancer in teens and young adults, and one person dies from melanoma every hour. Change your thinking, not your skin. Stop tanning. Learn more at spotskincancer.org. A message from the American Academy of Dermatology.
Hello, little prince. Mother, what we gonna do today?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome back to the Mountain View. Today we have with us Natasha Greendyk with the Appalachian and Community Together Service Organization. Welcome, Natasha. If you could first start off, tell us what is the ACT office and what does that stand for?
Well, ACT stands for Appalachian and the Community Together, and it's a primarily service opportunity organization, I guess. It's through the university, and we have an office over in the Student Union. It's in the bottom of the new part, and we do a lot of really big fundraising events throughout the year. We're in charge of service learning classes that people may have taken, and then also alternative service experiences, like someone may go do some service in Nicaragua this spring break. So.
Okay, very cool. I know that every ACT member has to be involved with a different committee, correct?
Mm-hmm.
What is your committee and what do you do on it?
My committee is a social justice coffee hour. I am partnered with two other people, Shady Kimsey and Darcy Vanderhoof, and we just kind of plan something like a short gathering, and we have coffee available, snacks available, and each gathering could be anywhere between 1 to 4 a month, but it discusses something important on social justice that we just happen to feel passionate about at the time. And we have one coming up. It's next week, actually, on Thursday from 5 to 6:15, and I think it's actually 6 to 7:15. But and it's discussing the films 12 Years a Slave and Django, and it's bringing up all the racial issues that can come up or that those films also brought up. So.
Excellent. And I got a text the other day from a friend who was doing the dance marathon. She said at the time, "I've been dancing for 9 hours. You should get on down here." Could you tell us how the dance marathon panned out for the school?
Yeah, dance marathon is one of those big events that we put on, and it is actually one of my favorite. So this year we raised over $33,000.
Wow!
Which was really awesome.
Gosh.
We're really proud of that. It actually broke a university record.
Wow.
So. The funds went to two nonprofits. It went to Western Youth Network, or WIN, some people know as that, and Parent to Parent. And both kind of deal with children. Western Youth Network is more of a mentoring for at-risk youth, and Parent to Parent is networking for parents who are dealing with childhood disabilities.
Okay, very cool. And just for people that might not know, what exactly do people do at Dance Marathon?
You dance for 15 hours and you fundraise. Yep, you dance for 15 hours straight. I think it's about a 20-minute break for lunch and maybe about a 45-minute break for dinner. But other than that, wow, that's about it.
And do people do that individually or in groups?
Some people do in groups, some people do individually.
Okay, very cool. Well, thank you, Natasha. If you're interested in being featured in our guest spotlight, please contact us at asuthemountainview.gmail.com.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of The Mountain View. Please like us on Facebook and subscribe to us on YouTube. Next week, we will be taking a break, and we will have your next episode the next Friday following. Have a safe and fun spring break. And as always, stay gold, App State.